Hello, and welcome to Survival University. I'm your host, Blins. Let's get started. Alright, this is the very first episode of Survival University, so I wanted to quickly tell you what the series is going to be all about. This is going to be a Minecraft guide series with a few twists thrown in. So it's going to be a guide series played like a Let's Play series with some tutorial videos thrown in. I'll also be recording this on my survival multiplayer server, Blended SMP. I'm a fairly busy person, so the little time that I do get to play Minecraft, I need to spend recording or working on various projects. But I also want to play with all these wonderful people who play on the server, so I decided that doing a series on here would be a good idea. I've had the idea for a Survival University series for a while, but I never really could figure out how I wanted to do it. And doing it on the server is actually giving me some really good ideas. Most people who play Survival Single Player, or SSP, do so because they don't really know what they're doing on Survival Multiplayer, or SMP. I was definitely like this for a long time. I would play on a server for a few hours or a couple of days, and then quit because I would feel like I was way behind everyone else since they were all in the in-game gear, flying around with elytras, and I was there breaking stone with a wooden pickaxe. I also didn't even realize that in order to chat with other players, you just had to press T and then type out your message and hit enter. I know, I'm that dumb. So I'll be going over some of the very basic controls that are exclusive to playing with others as well. I'll also be going over things like economies on the servers, districts, factions, all that kind of stuff. Also, there are a ton of different build styles that you can do in this game, and I am not good at all of them, or really any of them. But there are some amazing builders on the server, so I'll be showcasing some of their builds as well. If they're up to it, they might even do some builds on camera and teach me how to build like that. Also, this is a Java server, so some things on here are going to be different if you play the Bedrock version. Also, this is a Java server, so some things on here will be different if you play the Bedrock version. Most things probably are going to be close to the same in the game, but I don't really play Bedrock, so if it doesn't work the same on Bedrock, sorry, but maybe put it in the comments so myself and others know. Alright, let's get into it. So first things first, this is the screen here. Obviously you can do single player and you can, do whatever you want to on there. But multiplayer, what you need to do is, see, I've got two here. But in order to add go to a new server, you add server, and then you can type in whatever you want for the name. And then the server address, for ours, it's going to be blended sm, oh my god, I can't type, smp.mc.gg. I've already got it on there, but otherwise you would hit done, and that's going to pop up here. Now this is a whitelisted server. That means only people who are allowed to play on her are actually allowed to play on it. So if you weren't whitelisted and you click play, it would tell you that you don't have permission or something like that. So if you do want to play on the server, you do have to join my Discord and follow the instructions on there. There's like a how to play channel on there, or how to join channel on there, and you have to read the rules and agree to that and all that kind of stuff. So if you do want to do that, go ahead and do that. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get in it. Okay, so here we are. I've just logged into the server here. When you join a multiplayer server, you might have an area where you log in and there's just a whole bunch of stuff already built up. This server has been up for, I opened it on Friday and today's Sunday, so 2 days. And they got all this going right now, and it's turning night, so that was perfect timing. But yeah, so also on servers, you might be able to notice somebody might sleep here. But sometimes everybody on the server has to sleep. I actually have a data pack in here where only one person has to sleep, and then it'll change the day for everybody. So hopefully somebody will do that. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it right now. Oh, Skyder did it. All right, cool. Okay, so first thing you do when you come into a server or a new game at all, you need to find a good place to start. So what I need to do actually is, you always want to chop down the nearest tree because you're going to need wood no matter what you do. So go ahead and do that. You just walk up to it and you hold down the left mouse button until they break, and then just do the whole thing. One thing that you should never, ever, ever do, just because so many people hate it, is chop down part of the tree and leave the rest of the wood up there, because all these leaves are just going to stay there and it's just a floating tree and it's super annoying. So chop down the entire tree, please. Alright, once you've got all that down, sometimes it's a good idea, if you don't have very many trees around, to break all of these leaves around it, because it takes a while for them to break anyway, or on their own. So if you do that, as of 1.14 I believe it was, they started adding in where you can get some sticks. You couldn't never do that before unless there was some plugins. But yeah, sticks and saplings drop now. So, and if it's an oak tree or dark oak, you can also get apples out of it, which is always a really good thing, especially if you plan on having some villagers and converting them, but we will talk about that at a later date. So once you've got at least a couple of these, you're going to break them down. You just put them in your thing, and then you're going to make a workbench or a crafting table. So what you do is just 4 spruce planks or whatever planks you got, and then there you got a crafting table. And now what you need to do is you're going to need to get an axe, or no, I'm sorry, a pickaxe, not a regular axe. I always like to have my pickaxe in the same spot. I always keep torches here on 1. On 2, I always keep my sword, and then I have a bow, and then my pickaxe, my regular axe, a shovel, and then a couple of other random things, usually like a block or a bucket of water, and then I always keep my food over here just so I can quickly get to that if I need it in a hurry, which I have really bad reflexes, so half the time I have it on my board and I forget what I'm doing, and I don't get it anyway. But, so once you've got a pickaxe, the best thing to do is find a spot. So since I'm on a server, I kind of want to run away a little bit. I'm going to keep fairly close to here because I want to keep I'm in a group called Hands On This. It's a faction which I'll talk about a little probably in a couple episodes, but for now I'm just going to stick around here. I think this is actually a pretty good spot. I'm close to this little settlement, but I'm also a little bit farther away, which is kind of nice because I'm going to use a lot of space here. But when you find a spot that you're going to play in, I like to just dig into the ground or into the side of the mountain or something like that and make a little hidey hole for the night. So this is just where you can go to hide from all the creatures that are going to be out at night. So hopefully you'll find some coal in here, which would be super nice. Probably not, because I have really bad luck with that. But coal is going to be very, very, very useful because you're going to be able to cook food with it, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And you also can make torches to light up this place, so when you walk away from it and then you come back, there's not a zombie here ready to kill you. So let me just get a bunch of cobblestone here. Alright, that is plenty of cobblestone. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to put down my crafting table. I'm actually going to make a furnace because we're going to use that fairly soon. As soon as I find some iron, we're going to be using that. I also need to upgrade my tools, so I'm going to get rid of this dirt and granite, just put that there. I'm going to go ahead and if you hold down shift and click on this, it's going to get rid of the entire stack there. So now I have 17 of these. So I'm going to make 2 of those and hold down shift and click that again. So I'm just going to do that for now. I'm going to make another pickaxe, which is going to be stone, which is much better. I'm going to make an axe in that formation there. I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to make 1 shovel. It's going to go right here, and I'm going to get rid of that stick and put 2 more of those there. I'm going to make a sword. Now I have enough equipment to actually make a difference in this game. You can actually mine a lot faster with stone than you could with wood. So we're going to mine out a little bit more space here. Not too much because I don't have any torches yet. If I don't find any coal right here, I'm going to show you another way to make coal so you can make torches. Alright, didn't find any, so what we're going to do is that old wooden pickaxe, I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, that's right, I need an actual piece of wood, so let's go out and cut down 1 more tree. Alright, that one's down. I'm just going to let those leaves fall down on their own. I'm eventually going to cut down all these trees, so if they don't quite all fall down, I'm good with that because they will soon. So once you've got some actual wood, you keep your wooden pickaxe in there, and then put some spruce logs in there, or whatever logs you get. You're also going to want to put a couple more planks in the bottom because this will burn through that pretty quick. Alright, now I have charcoal. Okay, so I can do torches. All you need to do for torch is 1 stick and 1 coal or charcoal, and you get 4 torches. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 over there and 1 over here. Now you need to make sure this is lit up right, so if you hit F3, it turns into this screen here, and if you look on the left-hand side, you are going to see the server light and client light. So right where I'm standing, it says 10 block. That means I'm getting 10 light from these torches here. Anything is 7 or below can spawn some mobs on it, so you want to make sure there's no 7s. 8 is okay, but anything below 8, you need to get rid of that. Otherwise, you're going to have some zombies and stuff spawning in there for you. Okay, next thing we need to do is find some food. So I'm in a spruce, which is kind of nice because they have these new berries right over here. Now these grow only in spruce, and if you go up to a berry and you right-click on it, you're going to pull the berries off of there. Now be careful when you go up to it because you jump in there, it does some damage. See that? So don't do that. Now if you go up to it and you hit the left mouse button, you're actually going to break the entire thing and you don't get as many of those sweet berries out of there. So don't do that because you need to keep those around. You can get a whole bunch. I've got a lot right here. I've got plenty of food. All right, in order to plant some more of these, you just get the berries in your hand and click. There you go. It's going to grow up eventually, and you will have some more renewable resource food. So you can always go ahead and get that. Now, another source of food is obviously going to be chickens, sheep, pigs, and cows. So if you find an area that has those in them and that you're going to build your base, do not kill all of them. Otherwise, you're going to have to go find some more and breed them up. Okay, now see this? This is what I was talking about. Somebody else on the server just took out some of this mushroom and not the whole thing. So now there's just this ugly half mushroom sitting there. Don't do that. All right. So let's see if I can find any animals around here. I'm not sure. Oh, there's a sheep right there. That is perfect. Now, a sheep is a really good thing because if you have 3 wool, you can make a bed. And bed is the only way to skip night. And nights get scary, especially if you don't sleep for 3 of those nights. Things called phantoms. Oh, look, there's a zombie on fire. So when it's daytime and they come out in the light, they will burn. All right, so be careful of those guys. But yeah, so sheeps, when you make a bed, if you don't sleep every 3 nights, then phantoms are going to attack you at night. And those guys can do some damage. 3 of them spawn at a time, and then the longer you stay awake, like if it's 5 days, they're going to be stronger. So always want to sleep as much as you can. Okay. So I don't have any way to get this wool off of these sheep without killing them. So I need to make sure there's enough sheep around here. It doesn't really look like it. I've seen 3 so far. You need at least 2 to breed it. So I don't really need them right now because I've got these berries. So I need to find some iron so I can make some shears so I can get the wool off them without actually harming the sheep. So in order to find iron, I need to go digging. So let me run back into my little base there. Oh, speaking of running, oh, there we go. Some of this leaves decayed, and I got one more spruce sapling and another stick. Perfect. Anyway, speaking of running, if you want to run, you can either double tap the forward key and you'll run a little bit faster, or when you're hitting forward, you can hold down or hit, what button is it? I got to remember now. Hit control. That's the one. It's in muscle memory. I don't remember what the actual key is. But if you hit control, you'll start sprinting. Now, if you hit shift while you're doing that, you start crouching. The good thing about crouching is you won't fall off the edge. So this is a good thing when you're really high up and you don't want to fall off and you go over to the edge to build something. If you hold down shift, you won't fall off. Okay, now that we're back here, let's start digging down to find some iron. Now, one thing you never want to do is just dig straight down. If you go down here and dig like this, I'm hoping I don't die. Oop, see, there's some server lag on here. That's one thing you do have to be careful of on there. But if you dig straight down and there's a hole, you are going to fall as far as that hole is. Sometimes you'll fall into lava and you lose absolutely everything you have, so don't ever dig straight down. The best way to do it, I think, is to dig out 4, just like that, and go down the level, and then dig out 4 again. This takes a little bit of time, but I'll show you when I get down a little bit how this is very, very helpful. Alright, I like to put a torch on the top there because I know I'm not going to break that. Now, the reason I do 4 is because if you jump up when you're going up here, or if you put down stairs, you can actually run up the whole way. If you only do 3, so let me just put a block here and here, when you go to jump up, you're going to hit your head, and it slows you down a little bit. And when you go down, it's going to slow you down too because you're hitting your head on it. So I always do at least 4. Alright, so pickaxes are good for doing all kinds of stone variants. If you want to do wood, a shovel helps with that, and then obviously an axe will do wood, or I'm sorry, not wood. This is dirt. If you want to do dirt and grass, you use a shovel, or sand and gravel. That's really good for it. But yeah, here's some coal right here. That's what coal looks like. So let's go ahead and get some of that coal out of here because I'm actually running low on torches. I definitely need some of this. Another good tip is to always dig out all of your coal, especially when you're down on the lower levels when you're looking for diamonds, because sometimes diamonds hide right behind the coal. Oh, there's gravel. There we go. Alright, I'm down where it's dark again, so see how it's my light level is 1. So I definitely need a torch here. Good thing I've got some coal. I'm going to put 2 coal up here. And I'm going to make some more torches, get that out of the way, and put them down here. There we go. Now I'll put a torch here. And now my light levels are good. 12 there, 11, 11, 10, 9. It doesn't go down to 8. So I always put them, let's see, there's a torch there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks apart as a perfect amount. So I'm just going to keep on going down. there's some more coal. See, it starts to get easy to find it once you dig down a little bit. Iron can be found at, I believe it's 60 or below. I could be wrong. I probably want to double check that, but it's going to be below sea level. And coal can be found pretty much anywhere. And then other things like diamonds and redstone and stuff like that is going to be at like Y60 and below, I believe. I don't have all these memorized. I just know I always go down to Y level 11 to start looking for everything else, because that's the best layer to do that, because you're not going to dig into lava there. All right, so I'm going to dig one more out, put another torch up here. I don't know if that was 6 or not. That was only like 4. That's fine. This is a big chunk of diorite. You'll notice, oh, there we go. There's some iron. Anyway, you're going to notice people talking about the bird poop rock. This is diorite because, yeah, that looks like bird poop. All right, so here's iron. In order to get iron, you do stone pickaxe is the one you need. So make sure you do that with a stone pickaxe, because I believe iron disappears if you do it with a wooden pickaxe. And that one just broke. That sound means that broke, and I can't dig any more out. It's going to take a long time to do this with my hands. So let's run back up. Now you hold jump to go upstairs like that. There is a setting where you don't have to press jump to go upstairs, but honestly, having that on there is really annoying to me, because sometimes I don't want to go up and I accidentally bump into it and I just start going up. Okay, so now that we have coal, we're going to put some coal in the bottom here, and then we get to find my iron, which is right here, and we're going to put that up there, and that is smelting it. Now there are different kinds of furnaces, and as of 1.14, this is a regular furnace. There is a blast furnace, which is really good for doing iron ore and gold and stuff like that. And there is a smoker, which is good at doing food. It uses the same amount of fuel, but it actually cooks it twice as fast. So keep that in mind if you ever want to get a nice furnace array going for a specific item. Okay, now I'm going to get out of here. If you notice my experience bar at the very bottom, I have the 3. I'll move it over here so it's easier to see. I've got a 3 right in the middle at the bottom of the thing, and then that green bar is going up a little bit there. Now, when you pull stuff out of a furnace, you actually get a little bit of experience. So let's see if that moves up at all when I pull these out. It did. It went all the way up to there. So it went almost, I would say that was probably about 20-25%. So keep that in mind also. That is a good way to get an XP, is just to take stuff out of furnaces. The more stuff you smelt through that furnace, it actually saves the experience. So if you stop the smelting process by putting like a lever or something on there, you just take one item out of there, and if it's been smelting stuff for like an hour, you're going to get quite a lot of experience on there. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now that I've got 2 iron, I'm going to go make a bed. So I take 2 of these iron ingots and I put it like this, and that makes shears. Now I can run over to those sheep, and I'm going to use the shears on them. Or I can remember where they're at. I think they're this way. All right, and I was going to run there, but I don't have very much food. So running makes your health go down. Or not your health, your hunger. And then when you get damaged and you don't have a full health bar or a full hunger bar, your health will not regenerate. So that's always a good thing to keep in mind when you first started the game too, not to run everywhere. All right, here's a sheep. So you just go over here, you right click on it, and his wool comes off. There we go. I only got 1 wool out of that. Now that sheep, once they eat grass, because that's what they like to do, as soon as he eats some grass, his wool's going to pop back open, or pop back up. So let's just hang out and just wait for him to eat a little bit of grass. Oh, there's also a fox right there. I don't know if you can see that over there. All right. Where'd the wool go? Or the sheep go? All right, eat that. Come on, eat the grass. Oh, there he goes. All right, he ate the grass. Now I can shear him again. And look at that, I've got 3. So now I have enough to make a bed. And I actually saw something over here. You can see right over there, that green thing sticking out. That is sugarcane. And that is a super important resource to have. So what I'm going to do, since we're on a server here, I want to make it so anybody else who pops up over here can actually get sugarcane. I'm going to break the second one from the top. That way this can keep growing. But I also get 2 for myself, so I can bring those back to my area, put it down next to some water, and it's going to grow all by itself. All right, now I'm going to run all the way back over to my base before it gets dark. Let's go take a look at that fox. This is a new one as of 1.14. Oh, and there's a sign over here. So when you're on a server, there's also some pillagers there. Okay, so this is another thing. Pillagers, those guys right there, are basically evil villagers. As soon as they see you, they will attack you. I'm too far away, they can't shoot me, and they look like they're stuck there. So I'm going to sneak this way and see what the sign says. Okay, that QWERTY Pie's place. So another one of the players on here, QWERTY is going to actually be building a thing here. So if you're on a server and you see somebody claim a plot of land, stay away from it. You don't want to go in there and ruin everybody else's plan. That's why I always like to build a little bit farther away from everybody else. Give myself some space. Okay, heading back to the base. Okay, and then one quick thing while we're almost there is to make sure you don't get lost, in case you're prone to do that like I am, is when you're at your base, if you hit F3, you're going to see XYZ on the left-hand side, and it says minus 136, 70, and minus 1402. That are my coordinates of where I'm actually standing right here. So if you move around, you see how it moves. And then the middle one is if you go up and down. So keep that in mind. Those are your coordinates there. Okay, so we've got a bed, or we've got stuff to make a bed. So what you need to do is grab, what am I doing? There we go. You're going to need, you know what, I only need 3. So I'm going to make 1 log and put that into 4 planks. Put your planks like that. Oh, and also to pull this down and make it, you don't have to click each individual button. You'll hold down the right mouse button and it will drag across, and it will just continue to put all the items there that you're holding. All right, that makes 1 bed. There we go. Okay, so now that we've got a bed down, as of 1.15, when you put down a bed, you know what? I'm gonna dig this out a little bit more. Actually, I can't because I don't have a pickaxe. Let's make another pickaxe real quick. All right, I like to put all my stuff in the proper spot. We're gonna make a little space here, and I'm gonna put a bed right there. That's just for starting, or my spawn point. Now, if you die and you don't have a bed, or if you haven't reset your spawn point with a bed, you're going to end up back at the spawn. Now, in this server, this is actually not where I just logged in over there. I actually ran this way. This is a couple thousand, maybe 1,500 blocks away from spawn, but you're going to end up back at your spawn point. Now, if you have a base not near your spawn point and you die without one of these, you're going to have to travel all the way back with none of your gear. So, as in 1.15, when there's a bed down, you just right-click on it, and then if you look in the bottom corner underneath that chat there, it says respawn point set. That means that if I die, wherever I am in the world, I'm going to end up right here. I'm not going to have any of my stuff in my inventory, but I'm going to end up right here, so I won't be lost. All right. Well, today was a pretty good day. We started out, I told you what it was going to be about. I've got a spawn point and a little hidey hole. So I think that's going to be it for this episode, because that's all the time I got. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. See you later.